boy Tech G in the place to be for our weekly quiz. Last week, or earlier this week, I should say, I posted a link for the A Plus software quiz, covered sections 1.6 and 1.8, and that quiz focused on these topics right here: Microsoft Windows control panel, application installation and configuration, and Microsoft Windows networking. That was the focus of this week's quiz. Which of the Windows Internet Properties System Utility tabs provides access to the proxy settings? Would it be the Security tab, the Privacy tab, the Advanced tab, or the Connections tab? So which one of these tabs provides access to the proxy settings? And this would be your Connections tab. Now, you got to understand questions like this. This is more so of a memorization type of thing. So you go to your Internet Properties, you select your Connections tab, you hit your LAN settings, pull up this box right here. And as you can see, there is a box right here where you can check to adjust your proxy settings. All right. Which of the following tabs of the Windows Internet Properties applet provides an option for deleting temporary internet files, cookies, web browsing history, Internet Explorer saved passwords, and saved data types into web forms? Which would be your General tab, your Privacy, Advanced, or Security tab. So which one of these tabs allows for you to do all of that wonderful stuff? This will be your General tab. So you go up in your General tab, you'll see a little box right here, says you can delete your browsing history and all of that other stuff that you so choose to do so. Which of the following provides access to the user accounts applet in Microsoft Windows? Would this be Computer Management, Administrative Tools folder, the Control Panel, or the Security and Maintenance? So which one of these will allow you to get access to your user accounts? This would be your Control Panel. You go to your Control Panel, and up in there, regardless of what version of Microsoft you're using, you'll be able to get access to your user accounts so you can make necessary adjustments. Which Control Panel applet in Windows can be used to check the operating system version and basic hardware statistics, such as the CPU type and the amount of installed RAM? Would you find this information in the Resource Monitor, the System, Computer Management, or the System Configuration? So you want to know what operating system you're using, your CPU type, and how much RAM you have installed. You would find this in the System settings. So you come up here, Windows 10 System settings, as you can see right here in this little screenshot, tells you what your CPU is, tells you what your RAM is working with, what system type you're using, and other pertinent information that you might deem important. Which of the following statements describes different methods for organizing Windows-based computers and networks are true? So select three of these. Would it be Windows-based computers on home networks must be a part of a home group? Would it be Windows-based computers on a network must be part of a work group or a domain? Would it be Windows-based computers on workplace networks are usually part of a domain? Would it be Windows-based networks on computer networks are usually part of a work group? Would it be Windows-based computers at home on home networks are usually part of a work group? Or would it be Windows-based computers on home networks are usually part of a domain? So which of these statements is true? It's three of them are true in regards to different methods for organizing Windows-based computers and networks. Correct answer to this would be B, C, and E. So Windows-based computers on a network, they must be a part of a work group or a domain. Windows-based computers on workplace networks are usually a part of a domain. And Windows-based computers on home networks are usually part of a work group. Remember, domains are usually something that is reserved for organizations to where they need to have some type of central management over all the devices in their network. You're not going to be setting up domains for home computers. Most times you'll just add them to a work group and just keep it pushing. In Microsoft Windows, the $ symbol appended to the end of the name of a network share indicates that the shared folder or drive is what? Is it hidden, inaccessible, visible to any user, or encrypted? So if you see a network share or something that looks like a file name and it has a $ at the end of it, that means that this network share is hidden. So as you can see in this picture here, this thing says My Files with a $ symbol. That means it is hidden. Only admins can see it. A system that uses public networks such as the internet as a means for creating private encrypted connections between remote locations is known as what? Is this a personal area network, a virtual local area network, an integrated services digital network, or a virtual private network? So it uses the public networks, this is the internet, as a means for creating private encrypted connections between remote locations. This would be a VPN, a virtual private network. It is pushing encrypted information across an unencrypted medium such as the internet. That's all that means. Which of the following settings are used for establishing a dial-up connection in Windows? It would be a dial-up phone number, encryption type, username, security type, password, or destination name. So you want to set up some type of dial-up connection. You can use a dial-up phone number, which should be the most common, the most obvious answer here because we're talking about dial-up internet, a username and password. So that's all you would necessarily need in order to set up a dial-up connection in Windows. If a network adapter's speed and duplex property is set to half duplex, communication on the network will be taking place how? Only in one direction at a time, in both directions at half the speed, in one direction at half the speed, or in both directions simultaneously. So your network adapter's speed and duplex property is set to half duplex. What's going on? Well, what's going on is you only have traffic coming in one direction at a time. So I guess the best way you could think of this like a walkie-talkie. You got a walkie-talkie, you got to press the button, you say hello, and then the other person can hear you say hello. And if they want to speak, you got to let your button go. They press their button, they say hello, and then you can hear them saying hello on your end. That is essentially half duplex. Full duplex will be you picking up the phone, them picking up the phone, y'all both yapping and talking and hearing each other at the same time. But half duplex with your network adapter, traffic is coming in one direction at a time, either in or out, transmitting or receiving.